What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NBA High Five video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Thank you guys for joining me as always. I am going to get straight to the point. You guys know how it is. Beginning of these seasons are rough, as always. I mean, this is not new. Over the last, 10 years I've been playing DFS, however long it's originated, the beginning of every sports season is the hardest part of the year because, you know, defenses are going to be different. Pace of play is going to be different. Offenses are different. Different players are back when they were out last year, and different things, different usage rates, all these different things change as we progress into the season, and things get better and better and more smooth sailing as we get into the season. So if you're having a rough start like I am, I'm having a rough start, and I've been doing this a long ass time. So if you're having a rough start, don't worry about it. Just stick to what you do. Now, let's get straight into this high five. Like I said, I'm not going to keep up too much time. I got a final look video to make for NFL, going position by position, so we'll be doing that next. So check my page for an NFL video dropping. Let's get straight into this, baby. All right, so it's Takedown Friday. Let's get it. So, starting off at point guard, I'm going Ja Morant today, man. Ja Morant had one of the higher usages in the first slate of the season. And at the end of the day, against Houston with no Dylan Brooks, you're having to spend money for him. But Ja Morant against Houston, highest total on the slate, only a 5-point spread. So they're not expecting blowout. Um, Ja Morant in Houston, going against Houston, who's fast paced and defensive rating is horrible. So at the end of the day, this is a recipe for just a ton of fantasy points here. And like I said, you're still getting an injury bump as well. Not only is the matchup perfect, Ja Morant's usage is huge in Memphis. He's one of the higher usage players in the entire NBA. You add that with the fact that he's facing Houston, bad defense. You add that with the fact that Houston plays at a very fast pace. And you add that to the fact Vegas only has a 5-point spread. Ja Morant is a fantastic option to me. He's one of my favorite spend ups of the slate. I really love him in this game. And like I said, this is a top overall total situation here. Perfect spot for Ja Morant to really shine here. At shooting guard, I'm going right back to the well. I get he didn't have a great first game, but there's underlying information here that looks great. Devin Vassell didn't put on the best performance, right? I mean, he only ended up scoring 20 points. He only ended up scoring 20 DraftKings points, and that's not what you're looking for at 5K. But this San Antonio Pacer game is a game I really want involvement in because not only do they play at the quickest pace, both of these teams play at the quickest pace. Both of these teams' defenses are not good. So it's fast paced, defenses are not good, and the spread is like 1. So not only will it be a close game, but it's going to be just, high scoring. So I love Devin Vassell. When you look at this first game that San Antonio had, you look at the usage ratings. Vassell is the highest usage player on this team, and then second is Keldon Johnson. It's a fantastic spot for Devin Vassell. I'm going right back to it at 5-1. All right. Staying on this team because at the end of the day, you got some high elite level usage on this team, and they're still, priced at a spot that I'm cool with. Keldon Johnson, for some reason, projection's not in here. I have him. I'll alter it in a second, but I'll just put Keldon in for now. Keldon Johnson, I have around 39 to 40 here. I really like his spot here. I think he's very safe for a 5x with his usage here. He almost had a 30% usage in this offense. And like I said, this game is a fantastic matchup. And then the Pacers on the other side are without Miles Turner. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is a spot where you're getting elite level usage out of Vassell and Keldon. You're getting elite level usage out of these guys with no DeJounte Murray on that team anymore. And they're priced kind of mid range. You know what I mean? So I'm taking advantage of that 100%. As you guys know, Jamal Murray is doubtful. Sucks. I mean, he was out a ton, and then he comes. Wait, I didn't mean to type his name in. Because of him being doubtful and most likely missing, Bones Hyland. Bones Hyland is a fantastic choice. And like I said, I still have updating on the optimizer to do. That's why you see the 0 on Keldon. Things are still getting adjusted as we speak. But Bones Hyland is in a fantastic position here, okay? Now, the interesting part here is we have to wait and see who gets the start officially, right? But when Jamal Murray left the game and left with that injury and was hobbled this in the first game, Bones Hyland had a 30% usage rate on Denver's team. 30% usage out of a guy who's 4K, whose starting point guard is doubtful. Bones Hyland is the guy that I'm leaning towards here if Jamal Murray is out, especially if Bones gets the start. If they end up starting Ish Smith or something, then you got to do a little more thinking there. But if Bones Hyland's going to get the start here, especially, his usage rate and how he played in the first game definitely leaves me with some interest here. I really love the usage rate for Bones here when Jamal Murray did get off the court, and so this is a fantastic spot for Bones Hyland with that usage rate is elite. All right. Last but not least, I'm going right back to that Pacers San Antonio game. Sorry, I put Hyland again. I'm going right back to that game with Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's going to have a huge year this year. All right. Halliburton, I mean, here's the interesting part about Halliburton, right? His usage rate was around like 24. His usage rate's never very high. It's like low 20s. You know what I mean? His usage not very high, but he puts up in multiple categories. The dude scored 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists in the first game, and he dropped 41 DraftKings points. He's 7'9", in a better matchup this time than he had last time going against the Spurs, who play, like I said, extremely fast-paced with no defense. The Pacers San Antonio game is where you want to get some involvement. There's no defense and they're fast-paced. Don't overthink it. It is what it is. Plus, Miles Turner is out. You got guys still out. I mean, not much of a bump to Halliburton with Turner out, but at the end of the day, it's still fantastic. You're getting Halliburton under 8K. You need 40 for 5X. I think his floor's. I'm not going to say his floor is 40, but I feel very, very confident in him dropping a 40 here in this matchup. I don't see anybody on San Antonio to be able to slow him. It's just one of those games I really want involvement in. All right, so let's break down the high five. Let's go back over it. We have Ja Morant at number one of the highest usage players in the NBA. This isn't much of a need to explain here. Ja Morant, especially if we're going to get him low owned, which I think we will. This is the highest total team on the slate. Going against Houston that plays fast-paced and has a bad defense, and it's only a 5-point spread. So they're not expecting it to be crazy blowout. All right? That's just a recipe for success here. All right? I think 50 is his floor in this one. I think he has huge upside. Ja Morant is in a fantastic position to shine. He dropped 53 in game 1 against the Knicks. Okay? 53. Now he's going against a San Antonio squad that gave up over 50 to Trae Young. Ja Morant could drop 60s tonight. All right? So I really, really love him. Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson, elite level usage with no Murray on that team, and amazing matchup. Running it back with Tyrese Halliburton on the other side. Love that game. And then Bones Hyland with no Jamal Murray. Like I said, Bones Hyland, 30% usage in game 1. I know it's only one game, but Bones Hyland definitely has some solid usage on this team. If he gets the start, he is a fantastic option at only 4K. All right, let's go get this money, y'all. Lock in. Let's get it. You know, that big one's going to come. It's going to come out of nowhere, and I'm excited to get to it, baby. Full slate breakdown for NFL coming up next. Thank you guys for watching. As always, let's get this money on this big 11-game slate, and I'm out. Peace.